everyone. Welcome to Gaming with a Dad. I'm the dad, Steve.
Who?
This is Zach, the gamer.
You use that controller, Steve. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Okay. Topic 2. UFC 245. Since we didn't put out an official video, we had some technical difficulties with some audio. And, yeah, with some audio and some, probably some content we didn't really want to put out there. We'll kind of just talk a little bit about UFC 245. We're just really going to talk about the main event, right? We're kind of just going to talk about the main event.
Actually, not even just the main event. We're just going to talk about the 3 championship fights.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, but I will give an honorable mention to Uriah Faber going out on his shield. He just recently came out and said that he won't fight again for no reason. It has to be something compelling, which I believe.
He said that before, though, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I believe in this instance translates to I'm not going to come out and fight any more killers to climb the division.
That's fair.
You know, it's got to be a super fight.
And
it's going to be a hard sell for him.
Who cares about Uriah Faber? The dude's like 25 years past his prime.
Whoa.
Amanda Nunes versus Jermaine Durandamy. Did that fight go the way that we expected that fight to go?
It went the way I expected it to go.
Okay.
And I think I said this. I don't know if I said it on air, but I had Amanda beating her, and I had to beat her soundly, but it wasn't going to be in a striking affair.
Yeah.
Like I just knew that Jermaine was going to be able, and a lot of people sleep on her hands. I just knew that she would have the answer for most of the wingings that Amanda was going to come with it. Got caught solid, Jermaine did, by Amanda. Remember, in the first part of that fight, and she took it like a champ. But then we saw that her ground game just isn't where it needs to be. She's good at staying in a tie clinch and being able to pummel your head down into her knee. Does not, as of this point, seem to be able to defend against any double leg takedowns or the timing thereof. So it was a ground affair, and I had someone say to me, they were like, no, man, that was a grappling clinic. And I was like, I wouldn't call it a clinic so much as it was a good old-fashioned lay and pray.
Yep.
Because even though she was Amanda was actively looking for submissions, I wasn't seeing like, and again, she'd probably tap me like a can of Pringles if we were on the mat together.
That's a good point.
But it just wasn't anything like, it wasn't like watching like, say, a Damian Maya or even what's your female friend's name, the one that just got pregnant, came back and lost, Mackenzie Dern. Mackenzie Dern would have definitely.
Why I got put on okay.
But it was lay and pray. But dominant performance by champion, and I know that was the game plan they came in with.
Yeah, for sure.
We're not gonna take her. We're not gonna take a chance striking with this chick.
Here's the next fight is the shock of the night. I don't know if you agree with me. Max Holloway, Alexander Volkanovski.
Yeah, obviously shocking as a fan, not shocking in the sense that like I know Max is beatable. You know, he's always had an air of being beatable. But man, Alexander, shout outs to his whole team, and just you've heard me complain about this multiple times. Stick to the game plan, and good things might happen. Maybe you won't get hit with that big shot.
Yep.
And Alexander stuck to the game plan from the first ring to the last one, taking Max's legs out, interrupting him. Not allowing Max to get into a groove. Very intelligent fighting. Shout out to Max Holloway though, because when he did find his openings, you see that why he was champion and why he went on a 13 fight winning streak. It's not just that he can take a punch and throw a bunch of punches. There's also he has a high fight IQ when he gets into his rhythm because he knows how to feint and move, and he just throws enough of a punch to get you going for the cross.
Yes. Yeah. Max is amazing at what he does. On paper, I had Volkanovski winning. I did.
You called it.
I had been saying that for probably since the fight got announced. I think I was always kind of on having Alexander Volkanovski winning the fight, but I'm still, as a fan and as a spectator, I'm still shocked that Max Holloway gets beat here.
Absolutely.
So now, how do you think a rematch between these guys go? Do you think it goes the same way, or do you think Max comes in with the game plan of, hey, he's going to take my legs, like let's avoid that, let's check a few kicks and go back to our game plan of just putting so much pressure on you that you're going to wilt? Do you think he does that? What do you think happens?
Actually, I think I'm going to go out on a limb here, and I think that he adjusts his game plan a little bit more drastically, gets back to a lot of clean boxing and not just a lot of volume boxing.
Okay.
And I think he switches to, because of the kicks, he switches to a counter cross off that kick on each side. And then I think he starts to. I think he goes back and watches the tape and sees that he. There were a couple of times, and I called it with the oblique kicks. There's a reason that these guys do that, especially with a shorter fighter. You do that, that's really going to screw them up because you're not just catching them in oblique. You can literally switch that up to the stomach or even potentially to the chest. So
Yeah.
I think we'll see a very similar style to what Carl Usman did to Kobe in certain rounds.
Okay.
But I actually, here's the crazy thing. I don't hate a rematch between guys. Mostly because how long has it been since we had a nice, respectful contestant between two fighters, right? A clear,
It's been a while.
title challenger and a champion willing to give another guy a shot. So I love the narrative there, and that was amazing.
The last one, Usman versus Woodley, probably. No one wanted to fight Usman. No one wanted to fight Usman, and Woodley gave him a shot.
Yeah, 100%.
I think that would probably be the last one.
And they talked a little trash to each other with the announcement presser,
but not a crazy amount.
Yeah, it never crossed the line, and it always boiled down to he can't be denied. And I see a lot of that. I'll save my next statement for the next fight, but I'm watching. And next time we'll have a seltzer drink and fight night.
Yeah, that was a one-off. So before we move on to the next fight, Holloway on Rogan said that he felt like if he would have fought southpaw, he'd have more success. Because when he switched to southpaw, because his front leg was getting beat up so bad, that he threw less kicks and he had less output against a southpaw fighter. I don't know if I saw that. I would have to go back and watch the tape again. But obviously, if Holloway's saying that I would trust his opinion there.
I think that he saw more success when he switched to southpaw.
So, yeah. So you might see him. You might see him even come out and maybe just fight him southpaw.
That still would be pretty dangerous but let's see how it plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Kamaru Usman versus Colby Covington.
Amazing fight.
It was a really good fight.
Colby got robbed. His jaw wasn't broken. There was no eye poke.
That's a fight of the year contender.
Yeah, both guys really brought it.
Nothing beats Gastelum Adesanya, I don't think. But that's a top 3 fight of the year for sure. You had 2 pressure wrestlers in a boxing match that was actually fairly good. It was fairly technical.
Yeah, minus the defense, lack thereof.
Wow. We don't look at defense. Usman did break Covington's jaw for sure.
He broke it with an eye poke.
He broke it with an eye poke. I agree. He hit him with maybe one of the cleanest right hands like I had ever seen, and he set him up for it. Slipped a shot and then came across to the right and hit him so hard. And I don't understand how Colby listen, his politics issues aside, he's a very smart fighter, right?
Great fighter.
He's a great fighter. How do you go into an exchange with your mouth open? That's what broke his jaw.
Yeah. Also, that's what I used to tell Vincent Henderson, to spit that toothpick out, but also to close his mouth and stop switching his mouth guard around all the time. Yeah, because your jaw would get broken. Here's the crazy thing, right? So you're talking about that. It was at the end of one. I think maybe the second or third round. You're talking about that cross he caught him with, right?
Yeah, it was the end of the third.
Yeah, that was a clean cross, and then there was one he caught him with. The one that put him down was directly on the button. I mean, he hit Cody
in the fifth, right?
Yeah, he hit him right on the butt.
yeah.
Like right on the circle. And I was like, man, if it wasn't broken before, and
definitely
I saw the X-rays. Yeah, I saw the X-rays. Yeah.
It broke straight on the middle. I tagged you on Twitter, I think.
Yes, and we saw some great body shots from Usman.
For sure.
Covington
early too.
Him up. Yeah.
Early too. Yeah, Covington had his shots, right? I'm not going to take it away from him of how good of a striker Covington was and how well he was able to adjust to Usman's pressure. But Usman did what Colby does to people, and he pressures them and breaks them. And I think he even at one point said he was going to do that. So.
Yeah, no, he said it was a war of contrition. Like, who was going to take the person who shot first, I don't care what anyone says, was the person who decided, all right, I can't keep this pace of boxing anymore. And they both
Yeah.
decided not to shoot because they obviously felt like they can keep that up. And they were both having success. Like it was it's a very closely contended fight. I just think that Usman's hands, and I don't even think I know they were a lot cleaner. Covington probably had more output, but I don't even think the numbers agree with that.
No, he didn't. And he had a lower percentage of success.
That's what I'm talking about. And this is where we get into the weird place of with the copy box striking and stuff like that, dude. Or judges looking at what's being considered an effective punch. Most of the times, just like Rogan and those poor bastards sitting at the ring, they're reacting to things that just aren't happening. You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking at it from an angle, and it's
I
like
see that.
you put your guard up to block a hook, and you get pushed back, and that still gets scored as a landed punch. And I'm like, but it didn't do any damage.
It's blocked, right?
Yeah. So no.
Yeah, they stood at a weird angle there in the front of that cage too.
Yeah, but the judges are like, never mind. Don't give me. I'm sorry. I'm like, what's the judge's excuse?
Yeah, the controversy around how the judges had that on their scorecard was silly, right?
Yeah,
it was. If you watch the fight and you're not objective one way or the other for your own reasons, I thought it was a pretty clear that Colby won probably. It was probably tied going into that 5th round.
Yeah,
but
I would agree
Usman
with that.
won that 5th round. He knocked him down twice, right? When you knock someone down twice in a round, there's almost no way you could lose that round.
Yeah,
unless you Alistair Overeem and get knocked out in the last 5 seconds.
That poor SOB, man. Talk about a beautiful clinic, and then it's just like you get clipped.
Just one,
but Usman's got a hell of a chin because I kept expecting one of those punches to put him down.
For sure.
And it never happened. It never came, and he just kept coming forward intelligently. And Colby was catching him with some great counter strikes. But what can I say? I think it's a clear contender.
Yeah, for fight of the year.
Does not beat Gastelum and Stallman.
Yeah.
Doesn't beat it.
Stay tuned. Not this week, but maybe at the end of this week, if these videos are going up, we're gonna do the Gaming with a Dad fighting recap for the year, and we're gonna sit down. I'm gonna have a discussion and see what we thought was the best. What do you think is next for Usman?
So he clearly wants what's the British kid's name? Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards.
Yeah, and I thought that was really classy that he said that that Usman said that at the post presser, like you're talking about someone who's deserving. Leon Edwards hasn't lost since he fought me, as opposed to Jorge Masvidal, whose record is sketchy at best, but is a media darling and beloved by the fans, myself included, right now. So if we're just going by what's right in regards to stats, him. I think Colby should take the fight with because Leon apparently was supposed to fight your boy Tyron, and Tyron didn't want to travel to London for the fight.
Shocking.
So Tyron doesn't want to travel. He fights Colby when he comes back, and then let them go for it. And that would be an interesting fight. I have Colby beating Tyron Woodley, and I like Tyron Woodley a lot. I like his personality, but I just after seeing what Usman did, I can't see that he'd be able to stop Colby from doing it to him as well.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree.
And by the way, I want to go on the record as saying that Jorge Masvidal may make Usman bleed, but there's no way he wins that fight, in my opinion, other than a clean strike.
It'd be interesting. It would be interesting for sure. Masvidal has good hands.
Usman's not going to bang with him. He's not going to bang with him.
No, for sure.
He's going to go in there and try to rip his arm off or break his neck. So.
Yeah. All right, wrapping up UFC talk. It's a little bit late. We're sorry about that, but we had some technical difficulties.
I love the UFC.
Me too. Let's move on.